Dear students, today we are going to discuss about SCP. SCP means single cell protein or single cell proteins. Around 1960, between of the 2000 to be increasing of the several cropping plant food production, at the same time to be increasing of the population. So here to be increasing of the population as well as to be increasing of the agricultural food productions. Why? Because this was due to the development of several semi-dwarf varieties, such as semi-dwarf variety of rice, semi-dwarf variety of wheat, and semi-dwarf variety of maize. These are the mainly three food grade crops. So as well as population are increased at the same time. So they risk increasing of the diseases, reducing the population, and affect mental abilities. More than 25% of human people is suffering from hidden hunger and mineral nutrients. In this time, to be alternated one source. So the alternate sources of proteins are available in algae, fungi, bacteria. So here microbes are like in algae, fungi, bacteria are grown in large industrial scale to be produced good proteins, that is called single cell proteins. So here single cell proteins are available in some microbes, that is algae, fungi, bacteria. So here, dear students, algae, fungi, bacteria are used in single cell proteins. So both are unicellular organisms. Single cell, that is unicellular organisms. Some of the algal members are in unicellular organisms, some of the fungal members are in unicellular organisms, some of the bacteria are in unicellular organisms. Most of the bacteria are here unicellular organisms. But here these two are eukaryotic organisms, this one prokaryotic organisms. One prokaryotic organism and two eukaryotic organisms are produced in rich content of proteins, but both are single cells, both are unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms means the organism containing single cell. So those both are unicellular organisms or single cell organisms to be containing rich content of proteins. More than 70%. Out of 100%, more than 70% are having proteins. So here to be observed some single cell protein of organisms. Given some examples of single cell proteins. First one here, some those of algal members, especially Spirulina maxima, Chlorella pyrenoidosa, and Cerideus indicus. So these three are single cell or unicellular organisms. So these three are algal organisms. By means Spirulina maxima containing proteins, Chlorella pyrenoidosa containing proteins, Cerideus indicus containing proteins. Especially three algal members are containing rich content of proteins. So hence both are single cell proteins. Next discussed about fungi. So some of the fungal members are also to be containing rich content of proteins such as Candida utilis. Such as Candida utilis. Candida utilis are commonly known as Torula yeast. Torula yeast. So generally all the members or fungal members are having to some of them unicellular and some of them multicellular. But especially only unicellular organisms are containing rich content of proteins and will be produced only proteins. Okay now. Next Saccharomyces cerevisiae is one of the fungal member and also unicellular are commonly known as Baker's yeast. Okay now. Baker's yeast. And another one here Chenopodium celluloidicum. Chenopodium celluloidicum. This is also one of the fungal organism and also unicellular organism. This organism containing protein content. This organism containing protein content. So here only 3 fungal members are having to rich content of proteins. Rich content of proteins. Next one here for the examples of bacteria. So only 2 or 3 bacteria are having to rich content of proteins such as Brevibacterium ketoglutamicum. Brevibacterium ketoglutamicum containing rich content of proteins. At the same time, Methylophilus methyllotropus. Methylophilus methyllotropus are containing rich content of proteins. Are containing rich content of proteins. Only few fungal members, few fungal members, few bacterial members are having to rich content of proteins. These fungal members and bacterial members are grown in at a large scale of industries to be produced good proteins. To be produced good proteins that is named single cell protein. That is named single cell protein. So here. So one example are here to be preparation of single cell proteins. How to preparation of single cell proteins in the spirulina. So here spirulina is generally blue green algae and also single cell or unicellular organism. Okay now. So this spirulina is also to be prepared one waste material, that is waste water and potato processing plants and available in sewage and molasses and as well as animal manure. Okay now. Then after this spirulina to be produced high quantity of proteins, vitamins, fats, carbohydrates and minerals. This is a simple process of preparation of spirulina single proteins. Spirulina single proteins. Generally spirulina is one of the blue green algae and also unicellular organism. So this spirulina organism especially grown in wastewater material and also to be grown of potato processing plants and then after to be involved molasses and to be added animal manure and to be added sewage. After some time this spirulina to be produced not only proteins and also to be produced high content of fats, carbohydrates, vitamins as well as minerals. So here this spirulina is only produced high content of proteins and also to be useful in reduce of environmental pollution. Spirulina is also utilizing reduce of environmental pollution. Not only to be prepared of single cell proteins as also to be reduce of environmental pollution. Lichens is also reduce of environmental pollution and the spirulina is also reduce of environmental pollution. And another fungal member that is mushroom. Spirulina is one of the blue green algae and also unicellular organism. Mushroom is one of the fungal member. So many foreign country peoples to be eating of the mushrooms. So nowadays to be growing of the mushroom culture at the large scale. So these mushrooms can having to proteins, vitamins, high content of vitamins and low content of carbohydrates and fats, but high content of proteins, vitamins and amino acids. That is the importance of mushrooms. Okay, now, so in generally to be observed protein content. So for example, 250 kg cow. So at the calculate. Okay, here. So at the calculate, 250 kg of cow will be produced 200 gram of proteins per day. But 250 grams of microbe to be produced 20 tons of proteins. Okay, students, listen carefully. 250 kg of cow will be produced 200 gram of proteins per day, while 250 gram of microbe, that is Methylophilus methylophilus will be produced 20 tons of proteins per day. Okay, clearly. Larger organism will be produced less quantity of proteins. Smaller organism will be produced higher quantity of proteins. Why? Because the smaller organism, one of the microbe, that is Methylophilus are having to high biomass productivity and easily growth. That is the differences of between cow and microbe. Okay, here this is a very simple logical thing. So larger animal organism will be produced per day 200 gram of proteins. Smaller microbial organism will be produced 20 tons proteins per day. So these proteins are available nowadays in human population. So mainly available in protein contents, vitamin contents and mineral nutrients. So mainly these proteins are available in some algal organisms, some fungal organisms, some bacterial organisms. Anyhow, some microbes like algae, fungi, bacteria are grown in industrial large scale of growth. So to be source of good proteins. So this phenomenon is known as single cell protein. So single cell proteins